hear that?
Right here. Should I make it in the garbage? Ready? Oh! That was the recycle. Dripping. It's warm. It's not very cold at all. Want to taste?
Ew.
It's not very good.
It tastes like dirt.
Yours is so much better. Just kidding. Yours kind of tastes like greenery. It's like a pineapple stem.
Yours tastes like brownery. So the last time we did a podcast was... The last time me and you did one, when was that?
The
last time was the only time, but...
In October?
I think it was in October. It was right after Hawaii?
Yes.
It was October 26th. So it's been 10 months. Almost to the day.
Oh, dang.
And then after you, I only did 1, 2, 3, 4 podcasts after that. The last podcast I released was February 8th. It's been that long.
Oh my gosh, you've been slacking.
Been slacking. But in that time that we were slacking, what happened? So I proposed to you in October.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Hawaii like 2 weeks later. Or a week later.
Yeah, in October.
And then we just been prepping for the wedding since then. The wedding. So tell us about the prep for the wedding. How was that?
It was fun. It was stressful. Ryan loved it. I spent every single night doing wedding things basically up until August, and it wasn't so bad. I got a bunch of apps that helped me track everything, so that was good. I really liked Zola. There's also The Knot and a couple other ones, but Zola was my favorite. It had a wedding checklist, and it just takes you through each month and each week what you're supposed to do. You can add your own tasks, but it has them all on there for you, and that was really helpful. And had some help from your mom and my mom and lots of other people, but I'm pretty controlling, so I did most everything.
She's not controlling. She just she had a vision for it that I didn't have. I don't think most men really have a vision for their wedding.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's like I wasn't that I didn't want to help. It's like I didn't want to get in the way of your, and I knew whatever you came up with is perfect. So it's like,
yeah,
just let you have your own free, let you go crazy with it.
Yeah, and I'm also not.
And it turned out way freaking good.
Thank
I thought it was
you.
like way sweet. So what was your favorite part about doing it?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. There's so many things that I loved. I loved trying on dresses was really fun. I'd do that again. It was so much fun. Going to all these different shops. I went to like 10 different ones. Brought all my friends and family, and I liked that. I liked designing the invites. That was like kind of hard, but really fun. I got to like draw.
That was like the only time I helped, so.
Yeah, he was very helpful for that. I used his iPad. I used Procreate, and I drew a little picture of our venue, and we put that on one side of the invitation, and then on the other side, I did a monogram that was like K and R 81024 with little flowers around it, and then picking out fonts and font sizes, and then I bought like an embosser to every single invitation. We like embossed the edges with like a frame.
Yeah.
And then
I'll show pictures on the YouTube version.
And then we did like our pictures. I really loved picking out the pictures to put on there and print. And then we did a wax seal with a little K wax seal stamp.
Mm-hmm. For Kelch, not just for Katie.
Yes, for Kelch. And then we did those little gold to hold on the picture we put on the back, and did a QR code.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all really fun. That part I loved. Learning how to print everyone's names on the envelopes. I really wanted to do that because my handwriting is not that great sometimes.
And that turned out pretty cool too.
That was
and you
really
use
cute.
what, spreadsheets? Like how did it know? How'd you do it?
Canva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used Canva. I typed every single name in there, and then I printed it.
Gotcha.
Tried to figure out how to put the envelope in the printer without jamming it, and I had a lot of help with the invitations, and that was really, really nice. A lot of your sister helped me, and my sisters and friends, and that was fun. And then I also just loved picking out flowers. I loved picking out, like, all my Pinterest board. That was just the best part, is like putting together all my ideas on one board. I did like a cricket mirror welcome sign. So
that was cool figuring that out too.
Yeah, you did help with that too. You helped with a couple things.
We needed you. A little bit.
His technology expertise. Yeah. We did. It was my first time. I've never used a Cricut, so Ryan figured out how to set that up, and then I basically just put in what I wanted it to print, and it printed it. Took a few tries to get it right, where it didn't mess them up.
We'll show pictures of that too, and then the cake. You should talk about that.
The cake.
Your sister Angel.
Yeah.
We'll say her name.
Shout out Angel.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I wanted this cake that I saw on Pinterest, and for some reason my sister, how old is she now? Oh my gosh.
She's like 18.
18? Yeah, so for some reason when I mentioned the cake, or mentioned that I was basically engaged, she was immediately like, "Can I make your cake?" And I was like, sure. She's never made a tiered cake like that, I don't think, ever. She's really good at like baking. She's done like cinnamon rolls and different things that she's pretty famous for, but she's never done a cake like that. And so, but I was just like, sure. I mean, I'm not going to pay $1,000 for this cake, so if you'll do it. And like basically all I had to pay for was the materials, so I bought her like this kit from Amazon that was just like the turntable and the spatulas and the piping supplies and like all the leveling things and the dowels and the cake boards and stuff. And so then she went to Walmart, bought these cheap cake mixes and frosting. She probably had made that from scratch, and then bought fondant, and I bought pearl sprinkles. And anyways, she did that over the summer. She did like 3 practice runs, and they just got better and better every time she did it. And it was a lot of work for her though, and like a lot of cake that got wasted because she moved 5 hours away from us, so no one was there to help her eat it. But she sent me pictures, and it was really fun. She did really good. On the final day, she got into town, and like the night before, she made all the layers, and then she put them together. Spent the whole day on Saturday just like putting the fondant on, which was like petals. It looked like a floral type of cake, where it was just like fondant looked like petals going around, and then like pearls on top. And then we had the florist do what's called a cake meadow, which is like flowers that go around the cake. And then around that, on the ground, we made these paper flowers out of crepe paper, which is like... that was
a mission too.
Yeah, that was a mission. If you know...
I didn't help, but I watched you guys do that mission.
Crepe paper is like, if you don't know, it's like, party streamers, like that kind of material. But like, I bought it on Amazon, like bigger rolls, so it's like a thicker, longer roll of different colors. And basically, Ryan's sister, shout out Charlotte, helped me in the beginning a lot with those, and we cut out all the petals, and then we like had to glue wires onto each one, and then it was a whole process. But we basically made giant paper flowers out of this crepe paper. So it was like, of course we had to make the flower part, and then for the stems Ryan helped me, we went to Home Depot and bought PVC pipe. And it's supposed to be flexible, but unfortunately it was not that flexible because we didn't have a heat gun or anything to help out. So it kept on like tipping over and not staying up straight. And so we couldn't do them as tall as I wanted them to be. That's why they ended up being like 2-3 feet. But it's fine. They were still cute. They were just kind of like all over the place, and we were short on time. So
I thought it looked good.
Yeah, we did. I had my sister Allie. She helped me wrap those all in crepe paper, green crepe paper. The PVC pipe to look like stems, and then at the base, Charlotte helped me again with those. Those were concrete bases, so we took little like plant pot, I don't know what they're called, but like little water catcher things, trays, and then we filled those with concrete. Ryan helped me buy concrete from Home Depot. We mixed it and poured it, and then we put chicken wire to keep its shape and to help the concrete from breaking, and then put smaller pipes in there to hold the stem of the flower. And that was just the base of these giant flowers. And then we spray painted them. My sister Krista painted them all green, and then Allie and Brina helped with putting moss on the base of them as well, and that made those look really cute. And it was fun. It's hard to transfer them all.
Yeah.
We made like, I don't know, it was like 8 of them.
Kind of reminded me of Mario.
Yeah.
With the plant things.
Yeah.
But where'd you get the idea for that? Pinterest?
Yeah, Pinterest, Instagram. It's like a thing I found, and I had seen it. Yeah. I don't know. I just was like, I'd seen it on Pinterest, and I was like, that looks so cool. Like, I bet we could make those. And there's all these tutorials on how to make them, and I've just never seen anyone do it before. So I was like, we can do that.
That was
and it was
sweet.
hard. It was harder than I thought, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had fun with it, and couldn't have done it without the help of like everyone else. Like, your Aunt Tristan helped, your mom helped. We had a lot of help because when it came down to it, I had too many other things that I just had to work on where I couldn't focus on just those flowers. Like, I was almost had to give up on them entirely because they were just too time consuming.
My
making
mom
that many.
wanted to buy everything, and then you wanted to like make everything. So it was like,
oh yeah, I was a DIY queen.
Which it
I'm
turned
cheap.
out way good. And my mom saw that it turned out way good too. So she was like, oh wow.
It's like partly because I'm cheap, but also because I love DIYing things. I always have. Like, my parents taught me how to like do everything. So like, we've done a lot of events growing up that I helped with, and it was just so fun to me to put together all the flowers, and we were always doing like our own wedding arches and like making all the decor items. And so,
which my mom fairly is like that too, but
she is, and she's good at
as
it.
Got down to the wire, she's like, what is
that? She's like, we don't got time, you're never gonna finish. And in a way,
that
she was right.
It was every day our doorstep looked like Christmas. It was like 1,000 Amazon boxes.
Amazon was
has my
buying
name
all
on it.
this
I was
crap.
like, hell yeah, I break it open. It's like pearls and shit in there. It's like, what?
Yeah, that was another thing. We had to string pearls for the chandelier, and like, it was just insane. Like, the florist was like, I need 16 strips of 6 feet 6 foot long strings of pearls, and we needed to do that 16 times. So it was like 96 feet of pearls that we had to hand string every single bead on. And that's another thing. I did some of them. I did a few, and then basically your whole family just like got it done for me, and they saved my butt because I just didn't think I would need that much, but the florist insisted that I would. And it's funny because I don't think anyone saw them up there on the chandelier like at all.
Because she was supposed to hang them.
Yeah, so I wanted them scalloped. But she ended up like doing it while I was out of the room, and she just basically tossed them on there, and they were just not, they were covered in ribbons, which I didn't want ribbons either, but it was cute.
Me and Houston were trying to put together the projector.
Yeah.
And we had the remote for the chandelier. And we were pushing it up and down. We didn't even know it was moving. So
shoot.
Houston's lowering the whole chandelier. Just going up and down.
That's
we're like,
so
what
funny.
Is that? We're like looking, because we're trying to lower the...
the wrong remote.
What's it
the
called?
projector screen.
The projector screen.
Yeah.
Turns out it was like a wooden stick that had like wire bent to the shape of like a hook. It was just some DIY stick. And you hook it on
they
and pull
DIY'd
it down.
Yeah, and we didn't even need that.
So we're
That's
pushing
so
this
funny.
remote up and down, looking at it, like seeing if the screen's like, it's not moving.
Yeah.
And then the whole time the chandelier's in the back.
It's so funny. They asked me after the florist, she was about to leave, and she's like moving the chandelier up and down, and like, she's like, where do you want it? And I was like, I don't know. I literally was like, right there is great. I just said, yep. Like, I don't know. Lower, higher. I'm not going to know the difference.
13.5 feet up.
I mean, some people are pretty specific with it, but...
That was probably before, so we fucked up wherever you said that you liked
That's so funny. See, I didn't notice. I would never notice that. No one looked up that high.
But Houston did notice it. When he first walked in, he was like, that's so sick.
Yeah.
So, I think some people
It was fun. I mean, I think it added some...
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with how many people were there, you couldn't even see all the little details around. Like, a lot of people probably didn't even notice half the things.
There were so many people.
Yeah.
When it was, like, the peak, it was, like, you couldn't move.
Yeah. It was at least 300,
I'd
that showed up, but probably more.
Probably more. Like, 450. It was heaps of people.
It was a lot.
And plus, it was, like, there was kids, too, that I didn't see past the tall people, you know?
Kids everywhere.
2 kids holding on, you know?
We got most of the sandwiches eaten, and we bought 500, so...
Spent almost $1,500 on Jimmy John's sandwiches.
Yeah.
Which was pretty crazy. But it was cool, though. Like, tons of people ate them.
I know. I was worried we would be left with, like, 200 sandwiches and have to throw them away.
I didn't get a single one after that.
Yeah, we had one the whole night.
One, yeah.
But apparently people were chowing. I'm like, we only had the vegetarian ones left, like a couple boxes.
Hell, each vegetarian. My whole family's like...
Yeah.
They were hyped about it because they just got...
It was funny.
$700 worth of vegetarian sandwiches, but...
It sucked because the avocado went bad on it, and it literally looked like brown smear on that sandwich. It was so gross. I couldn't eat them. Like, by the end of the night, they were nasty.
I hate that. That's yucky to me.
I can't do that stuff. I love avocado, but not overnight.
Fresh.
But yeah, then we had cookies and cupcakes.
Cookies, brownies. We had brownies, right?
Yeah. I think Carson made him. Carson
What's
helped
happening?
a lot too. I don't know. Our hotel makes weird noises.
All night long.
We're
First talking. Oh, one night. How many nights ago was it? 3?
We haven't even said where we are.
Oh, right now we're on our honeymoon in Florida. This is our last day here. And we decided to do a podcast. We're drinking smoothies from Kaya Bowls, which we went to Kaya 4 or 5 times while we've been here.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
that's great.
Yeah, that's Kaya Bowls and Parlor Donuts. That's where we went to. We're in Clearwater, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't swam once. We haven't gotten in the water once. Well, we went parasailing. Parasailing. Yep. And that was way fun.
That was closest to getting in the ocean we've been. We put our feet in.
They dipped our feet in. I'll show pictures of that on the YouTube as well. And then
that was the coolest thing ever.
That was way cool. We've done it all now. So Katie's got me doing. What have we done? We've done parasailing. We've done hot air balloon. We've done me flying an airplane.
Yeah, and you've been skydiving.
And I've been skydiving. So, and out of all those, this was the most relaxing and I don't know. It was probably the funnest one.
It felt so unreal. I don't know why. I guess they all do. It's always just what is life?
And we had seen people doing it out there on the beach, and it looks like they're super high up. But when we were up there, I was like, "What? We're not even that high."
Oh, I felt way high at one point.
No.
Yeah, I didn't realize we'd go that high at all. Even looking at the pictures.
If we fell into this water, I'm like,
no, we would, we would die. We were 1,000 feet up. No, I don't know. I mean, we had the parachute thing behind us, so we would have been fine. Yeah. But it was funny. The guys on there weren't very they were you'll be safe, but they were just don't die. They were we hope you don't die.
Saying,
just don't do a backflip. Don't get your neck caught in the rope. It was oh, okay.
We'll take these pictures, and then hopefully you get them back if you come back down.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Hopefully you make it.
1,000 pictures of us.
Yeah.
In the 3 minutes that we were up there. When they said it was 8 minutes, we'd be up there.
They scammed us a little bit, but we had fun.
Yeah, and we were with one poor other kid, some Asian kid that was there. We talked to him a little bit before we got on or whatever, and he was nervous. His little English that he could speak. He actually did pretty good because he came to America, he said 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's from New England, or he lives in New England right now. We didn't ask him where he's from, but what was he saying? He's a
software engineer,
and I don't know why he was here alone, just on vacation because he can work wherever he wants, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he just came down here.
He was it's only a 2-hour flight.
2-hour flight from his place, and then.
But yeah, all alone. He said he's been there for a week already.
Yeah.
He'd already done all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But he was way nervous to go parasailing, which we were kind of too.
Yeah.
But he was more so nervous. We got on the boat and he wanted a life jacket immediately.
Yeah.
And I don't know, does he not know how to swim?
He wasn't going yet. Me and you were going first, so they put a life jacket on me and you, and then he was like, "Can I get one?"
Yeah.
It's where's my life jacket? He's like, "Don't worry, dude, you're not getting it." He's like, "Do you want it right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right."
And then the guy was like, "You don't need it." He was kind of rude, but
he was kind of just carefree and just didn't
they were
give a
barefoot.
crap.
They didn't.
He's just barefoot walking around the boat when we're going 50 miles an hour.
We're talking about the owner of this parasailing place now.
The owner of the parasailing just.
He was a wild kind of guy.
Yeah.
Just adventurous.
Yeah.
But he was kind of making fun of the kid that wanted the life jacket. Yeah. He was like, "You don't need it." Even though we're in the ocean, we're going big splashes of waves. Yeah. I just thought it was fun. It felt like a roller coaster. It was big bumps.
That was probably scarier than being up there.
Honestly, yeah. I was way more scared to be on the boat.
The reason why I was afraid to go parasailing is because of the bad videos I've seen of that, but I've also seen bad videos of boats hitting waves hard too. Yeah. So I was like, both of these are stressing me out.
Yeah, there was water getting in the boat and stuff, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and then that kid, I assume he probably had all of his work shit in his backpack.
Yeah, he had this nice backpack he put on the ground, and then the water started seeping in and got all over his stuff.
Yeah, you could just see the water and the little.
While he was up in the air.
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
But he was nice. It was just funny. He was pretty nervous to do it, and he had to go alone, which was sad.
I was gonna go with him because me and her got on first. There's only 3 of us going, and then me and you go up for 3 minutes, come back down, and he's like, "I got good news for you. You're going again." With him, and then the other guy's like, "You don't have to if you don't want to." I was like, "Yeah, I'll stay down here with her," even though I kind of did want to go, but also I didn't want to leave you down there with those 2 dudes. So, the kid went alone, and he looked chilling though. He did good. He had glasses on that didn't even fall off.
That was impressive.
I thought it would be way louder up there. That's what you were saying too.
Yeah, we were up there and we could just talk to each other.
We could whisper to each other.
We couldn't hear the music on the boat was so loud, but we couldn't even hear it. We were so high up. We're in the clouds. I swear.
Yeah,
it was high.
I'd definitely do it again.
You could see the best view we've seen so far here. We We could see all around. And we even, like, when we got back on the boat, we saw dolphins, and that was cool.
Yeah, back on the boat, there's dolphins. And then we also went on a dolphin tour.
Yeah.
Here, and
a couple
we saw
days ago.
30 dolphins.
So many dolphins.
So many dolphins. That was sweet.
It was so fun.
But it was freaky because that poor kid, when he was up there, that's when we saw the dolphins.
Oh.
And I was like, if I was up there and I saw just fins coming out of the water when I'm coming down, I'd trip. Because the bad videos I saw was people coming down when there's
and
like
then they
full
see sharks. Yeah.
And they land in the water.
No,
yeah. And then I've seen one where the
that'd be so
the
scary.
wind was bad or whatever, and then it dunked the kids as the boat was still going.
No.
So they're just being like drugged.
Yeah, no, that's so scary.
Me and you weren't even going that fast, and the second they dropped our feet in the water, just because they dip our feet and then lift us back up, my feet instantly sucked behind, like I was being, like, pulled.
That's what I was saying. That's why I'm like, we wouldn't survive. Like, that would hurt so bad.
Yeah.
But like, that was my only thing is like, if the weather's bad, we're canceling. Like, I would not go if it was windy or rainy or anything. I'd hope that
they would cancel too. Like,
they should know.
Leave it up to us to cancel.
But apparently some people are dumb, and that's when I saw where like some girl got flown off the boat, like it took her and she hit a bridge and stuff. Like, scary stuff can happen in the wind, but it wasn't way bad wind. Like, it was it was nice. They were kind of stressing us out, but
he was saying some weird stuff, but he was like, it's not too bad, we can't predict it.
Yeah, they're like, it's a little choppy today, and we're like, okay.
Yeah, like choppy to you guys or choppy to us? Like,
yeah.
Who's choppy we talking
How choppy?
Yeah.
No, it was fun though.
I definitely do it
again. So it's like we did the one where you don't get in the water.
Yeah.
They did like dip our feet in, like, just it's
like for a picture.
Yeah, it's for fun. Yeah. It was nice.
It was, yeah.
Just our feet barely go in, and it felt good, and then they just take us back up and pull us in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you just like, you take off from the boat, and you're just harnessed in, and then on your way back down, you just like hold on to the bar above you, and you just land.
It was easy.
Yeah, it was.
I would do it with my kids
fun.
if we came back again. I mean, we have kids. I would be like,
yeah,
out of all the things we've done, like flying an airplane and hot air balloon, I would choose this over hot air balloon. I probably would.
Probably, I don't know.
This felt so much safer. You're not as high. You're strapped in. Hot air balloon, I could hop over the fucking edge.
Yeah, well, and also I'm like thinking of a hot air balloon like crash landing. That's like, I don't know. They're both scary.
We almost did when we came down. We came in some random person's backyard. We were bouncing on their
It is more dangerous.
Shit.
It feels like, but there's like, there's pros and cons.
You don't have control over where you land. You just got to make sure that wherever your balloon is landing is the best out of the spot that you're landing.
Yeah.
Choose the best spot out of this area. You know?
Yeah.
Which we absolutely did not. It was like land on a horse, land on someone's roof, or
professional.
Dance on someone's fence, and we were just bouncing on someone's fence. That was weird. That was crazy.
It was weird.
I think I've talked about that on here. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Probably talked about it like 10 or 15 times, but.
What else? We did a sunset sailing.
Sunset sailing.
So we went on a sailboat right at sunset. We just got to go out in the ocean, watch the sun go down, and we were like the youngest people on the boat. It was pretty awkward, but it was fun.
Yeah. I was just listening the whole time, but everybody had. It was like this family, like the owner. He's from New York.
So the captain of the sailboat.
The captain of the sailboat was from New York, and he had his dad and his stepmom there because they were in town. And then it was just them, and then me and Katie, and then some other couple from North Carolina, and then the first mate or whatever they call it, the captain's helper. And he was, I don't remember where he was from, but it was just some young kid that's been here for a year. He just came to learn how to be a pilot, or not pilot, captain. I don't know, what do they call it?
I don't know. He learned how to sail, and that's just his job now.
Yeah, because his dad was a sailor in the
Navy.
Or something in the Navy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he was a sailor, but.
No. But, yeah, the other couple was like, they were late 40s. They had like a kid in high school. They were talking about it.
Or the girlfriend or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because she said my daughter.
Yeah, they weren't married.
I think she was older than him.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Not important, but she was talkative, and she took our pictures for us. She's nice.
She was cool.
But we didn't hardly say a word. We were so boring.
Mm-hmm.
They're all telling stories of their kids, and we're like,
yeah,
okay.
I had jokes to say, but I was like,
yeah, I could tell you wanted to say something so
ready
funny.
to chime in, but didn't
but they wouldn't get it.
And it's just like 3 New Yorkers. New Yorkans? What are they called? New Yorkers?
I don't know. They were funny. They were like the mean kind of funny.
It's like I don't even want to. You know, just listen because they're funnier.
Yeah.
But that was a good time, and we had a killer sunset.
It was gorgeous.
And the moon was way crazy. Mm-hmm. The chick was freaking out about the moon. She's like, "We didn't see any dolphins, but the moon made up for that." It's like, I can see the moon all the time.
I'd rather see the dolphins.
Yeah.
No, it was fun though.
But I'd be for real afraid of a dolphin if I was in the water with it. Even though I know it's not a shark, it's like They freak me out still. They're smart.
Yeah.
It's like, would you rather be in the water with a dumb fish or a super smart fish? Neither.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
know.
answer.
What else did we do?
We did shopping. What was the craziest thing? Oh, before we got on the dolphin.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You tell it.
We'll talk about it. Before we got on the dolphin tour boat.
We checked in and we sat on the bench to wait.
And
to get on.
Some lady on there still. I don't know if she like passed out or couldn't get up or.
Yeah, so there was like what do you call it?
Like the fire department showed up.
Yeah. So it was like the group before us on the dolphin tour boat. Mm-hmm. They had all left except for 2 people, and one was an old lady and one was like her daughter or something. Another middle-aged girl. Mm-hmm. And anyways, yeah. So we just see the fire truck park next to us. Mm-hmm. And then all these firemen get out and they go onto the boat to this old lady.
They talk to her and hook her up on oxygen. And they go grab the stretcher and the stretcher cart or whatever. Yeah. And they take her off the boat and she's like, "Be careful with my knees. I have 2 bad knees." You hear her say that? Yeah. That was kind of sad. And then they threw on the stretcher and started walking around. And she was like, "A dolphin got me." Yeah. Or whatever. I believed her.
Yeah. For a minute we were like, wait, what? Yeah. Because she said it so serious, and then the firemen played along with it. They were like, "Watch out, guys! Those dolphins can get pretty mean or something." Yeah.
And then he came back after. He's like, "I was just kidding, by the way." And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Like a whole group of us about to get on this boat, and we're like, "Wait, what?"
Even the kid was like, "Really?"
Yeah. There's all these kids about to cry, and I was just confused. I was like, "Are they gonna laugh or not laugh?" Like I wanted to know what actually happened to her because I knew it wasn't that, but I was like, "What happened?"
I always just look at you because you seem to know and be able to hear.
And the guy came back and he was like, "Guys, I'm just kidding. Don't worry." Yeah. And then we're all like, "Haha, okay." Yeah. But they took her off and...
She seemed good.
Yeah, she was fine. Right. She was all there.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if she was
they
just
were like taking her pressure, her blood pressure or something.
Like, did she like... I know people pass out from locking their knees or whatever. Maybe it was something like that.
Yeah, maybe she passed out. Like, they want to make sure she's good.
Maybe she just doesn't do boats good. I don't know.
Speaking of sickness, the kid in front of us on the way back.
Yeah. That was wild. We went and got
don't even want to talk about it.
From that donut shop down there, and then we're walking back, and I just see like on the sidewalk like a
spitwad.
Spitwad, yeah, like a grundle and a bundle of like just spit, and you could tell it's spit because the bubbles and the other shit. Ew. And we're like, "Ew, look at that! Don't step in that, Katie." And then we keep walking, and then there's like this couple, and then they're holding onto their kid's arm. And the kid just like bends over and just starts puking all over the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're just patting his back, and the dad's like,
and he just kept going, and it was like all over the sidewalk, and we were like...
Kid. And then the kid got back up and was just chilling.
Yeah, walking. They're like, "You feel better now, buddy?" And he was like, "Yeah," and they just kept going. But it was funny because they blocked off the whole sidewalk. Mm-hmm. Like it's like this whole family, and he's just puking all over the sidewalk. Yeah. And so me and Ryan are like 5 feet behind them.
We like, don't know what to do.
We're, and we literally like I was just pretending to like look at some trees because they saw us, but I was like, I don't want to embarrass them. Like I was just like, where do we go?
I might have laughed a little bit too loud. I was like, oh.
And I was literally just gonna go around and take the long way home. I was like, I didn't want to walk past them. But they were like, "Sorry, guys, you can go around us." Mm-hmm. So we like climbed the freaking fence around and went around them. And it was like awkward because then we're just like walking and then they start walking behind us. Yeah. And then we stopped at the same light to cross. And it was just like...
We're just standing there acting like their kid just didn't back up his whole...
It was so funny though.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then we went back to the freaking donut shop. Somehow we didn't get turned away from it. Oh. Like we went back for more coffee and donuts and we saw the stain on the sidewalk.
See the stain still? I almost forgot about it.
And I walked around it because I couldn't stop thinking about how nasty it was. Yeah. But anyways.
And then what else did we do? Kaya bowls 1,000 times. We've had... What other food did we have?
We went to Ryan's Island Cafe.
I didn't get a shirt, which I still want a shirt.
We should go back. Oh, it's closed though.
It's closed, so...
Dang it.
We'll have to come back.
We slept in a lot, so we kept missing it. It closes at 3, and we wake up at 11 every day.
Yeah, we've been here for 6 days now, and we're still on Utah time.
Yeah, because it's 9 a.m. Utah time is 11 a.m. here, so it's hard to get up.
We're sleeping until 9 every day.
Yeah.
But it's been nice, because we don't go to bed till 1, so it's like get 8 hours of sleep, and then we're back up.
Oh my gosh, the alarm. That's what we're forgetting.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. One of the nights... We're about to go to bed. We're just watching Friends for the 1,000th time. That's the only thing on TV, pretty much.
Yeah. And it's like midnight. We stay up late every night here because it's like 10 p.m. our time. So.
And I think I had an energy drink and everything, so I was just up.
Yeah, it was probably well past midnight, like almost 1 a.m. Was.
And
we're just like about to go to bed.
And then this alarm just goes off, and I don't remember what it said. It was like...
Attention, please.
Attention, please. pretty much just grab your shit.
It says like there has been an alarm.
Yeah, there's
reported. In the building. Please exit immediately.
Use the stairs or whatever.
Yeah.
So
please exit through the stairs.
Trying to put our clothes on, and then my pants are on backward, my shirt's on inside out. I only grabbed the key to get back into the building and my phone. Yeah. Didn't grab my wallet, which I should have. If this place is burning down, I probably should keep that.
Yeah, but it's like, we were like, are we going to die? Like, let's just get out. Like.
And then we get out, and I can't fucking find the stairs.
No, that was so terrifying.
So we're scrounging around looking for a map, looking for other people, and no one else is coming out of their rooms.
It was crazy because, like, no one was coming out. Like, we were the only ones. By the time
we went down and figured out that it was a false alarm and went back up.
Oh, you skipped the good part. We got to tell the whole story. What? No, I'm just saying we had to go to the elevator because we thought the stairs would be right by the elevator. Mm-hmm. It's not. There's a map to get to the stairs. So Ryan figures out, okay, we go down, left, right, left, go to the stairs. Yeah. And so we run down the stairs, and as we're running down, that's when we realize that both Ryan's shirt and pants are inside out, and I'm laughing my butt off. Yeah. But also, like, are we going to die? Like, do I smell smoke? Like, what's happening? Yeah. Like, we did not know what the alarm was for.
I smell marijuana, but no smoke.
Yeah, I was, like, all nervous, and we're running down the stairwell. And anyways, we get to the bottom and we go straight outside, and like no one is outside. Like we thought the whole hotel would be out here. 3 other
couples or something, some other chicks.
Well, like no, like outside, nobody. Yeah. We go back into like the parking garage.
It's probably the worst spot that we could have went.
No,
in an emergency because it's like a fire or an earthquake. Why would we go underneath the building?
Yeah, that's the thing. We were out. We were smart. Yeah, we were out on the street, like waiting to see what was going on.
The only reason I went back in the parking garage is because I saw a group of people. And I was like, this is the meet zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we saw like there was really like 5 people, like, and they were asking the valet guy what happened or what's the alarm for, and he didn't know. He was like, "What? What alarm?" Yeah. And so he calls his manager or whatever.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah, and they're like, and just immediately all we hear him say is, "Oh, it was a false alarm." Yeah. And we're like, "What? Are you sure? Yeah. Like, what happened?"
And
like,
go back up in our room and then.
Yeah. So yeah. And I was like, okay. And like, I was just so shocked that only 5 people were down there. Like we weren't even that fast to get out the building. Like I didn't feel like we were, but apparently we're faster than everyone and we're going to survive any.
That was good practice because we would have died if it was real.
I don't know. It was like, it's such a big hotel that you're like, oh, it's not near us, you know, but like, what if it was like, I don't know. We don't know what it could have been.
I wonder if it was just like a kid that pulled it.
I know. I was like, is it someone drunk that was just like, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know what.
We never heard what happened because we didn't go to the lobby or anything. Yeah. We just went.
I wonder if it's like a button you can push in the elevators because I did see like a bunch of red buttons with like alarm looking things.
Yeah, but that's usually like if the elevator breaks down, it shouldn't alert the whole. But anyways, yeah, I saw some different ways it could have happened, but we go back up to the hotel and like people are barely like as we're coming back up, people are starting to head down the stairs. Yeah. And like we didn't even tell them false alarm. We just let them walk. Like
some people and then the other people were
because it was like awkward.
This guy and his wife had dogs, and they were like holding their dogs, about to walk down. And when we told them that it was false alarm,
we're like, they said it was a false alarm.
And then we started walking, and then some other lady barely opens her door, and she just poking her
she
head
just woke up. Like this was like I swear, like, at least 10 minutes after the alarm went off.
Use the stairs, let's go. Like she just is poking her head out of her hotel room.
Yeah, and she apparently asked another couple before if it was a false alarm, and they said yes. And then we walk up, and she's like, nothing, and we're like, yep, false alarm. And then she turns to her husband. She's like, 2 couples said it was a false alarm. Let's go back to bed. Yeah. And I was like, wow, you're in no hurry to live, are you? Yep. She's not even she just wanted to double check with everyone walking by to make sure, and then it was just funny. Like it was so funny how many people walked out, and like everyone was just laughing. Like everyone was like in their pajamas, like barely knew what to do with their life. Drunk. Yeah, they're all just like messy hair pajamas, obviously because they had just like woke up or just got back from wherever. But it was like bars and shit. We were all just like didn't know what to do. We're like. Because a lot of people didn't know it was a false alarm, but they're still just like walking down like in no hurry.
No hurry.
And we're like, okay. Yeah, and then we just went back to bed.
I still feel like I want to.
Oh my gosh! And then that was the other part. We took the elevator back up, and that was funny because people are looking at us like we're crazy because you're not supposed to take the elevator because they didn't know. Anyways, we're on the elevator and Ryan's filming a video to like tell his family what happened, and in the video he goes, "Wait, where's my phone?"
But I was recording with my phone.
It was so funny. Like we were still tired. Shit, where's my phone? Yeah, we were both freaking out for a minute.
So we had that on camera. That was pretty funny. And then, what else? I feel like we've done so much, but talking about it now, it's like, what did we do?
We're pretty boring.
We just slept in, shopped, did those tours. We were on a boat almost every day, which was cool.
Yeah, it's way cool. We went and watched the sunset in the water last night.
And we're going to do that after this pod. Probably just go swim a little bit. What else? I feel like we skipped a lot because a lot has happened since February
Oh,
you know?
yeah?
So we've only talked about our wedding. Oh, let's talk more about the wedding. We had a wedding crasher guy show up, and he was causing a little ruckus, and got into a little scuffle with Katie's brother and some other people, and Katie's brother handled it, and then the cops and ambulance showed up.
Ambulance?
I think the ambulance showed up, I think.
I didn't see
That's
any
what
of
people
this.
said. Me and you were just trying to get married and
Yeah,
have a
we're
good
just
time
trying to
and a
live our
good
life, but
so yeah, but it was pretty hectic.
yeah.
It got pretty wild for a minute there. I'm glad nothing more went down.
Yeah, let's
everybody's
just say it.
fairly
I'm
okay.
glad that my brother knocked him out.
Yeah.
Because he deserved it, and that's
Yep.
all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
But
and, yeah, the cops handled it however they do, and then yeah, everybody was good, but it was a cool story, and it made me feel proud to be part of your family, because I'm like, hell yeah. I only had one younger brother, and then Houston.
yeah,
But it's cool to hop into your family, and now I have heaps of brothers, and
they're very
some
protective,
that
and
would
they
do
were
that
all there to
for,
help.
Yeah, you and me and stuff like that. So that was cool.
I was really, really glad to have them there, and that they took care of it, because I didn't even know it was going down for a long time.
That kid was
I had a bad
touching me
feeling,
and
but-
smacking me. I didn't even know.
Yeah,
And
didn't know him. He was majorly drunk. And
we're trying to take pictures, and he's kind of harassing the photographer, and the photographer's fiance. He's touching me a bit. I'm worried that he's gonna touch Katie or one of my sisters or whatever. And so I told my best man Houston. I'm like, let's get him out of here. Pretty much. Houston's like, all right. So Houston sent him up the stairs to go get some food, and then hopefully get him out, like escort him out a bit. And then he almost fell down the stairs. The guy's drunk.
Apparently they said he almost fell off the stairs.
No alcohol. Like I watched him almost fall. And this is a no alcohol venue. We did this on purpose, so stuff like this didn't happen.
Yeah, we told everybody not to bring any alcohol.
It's not that he didn't, like, he pre-gamed it, and he had a drink on him.
Yeah, he
so
had
I was
to
like, I saw in his hand, it was
Oh,
some
yeah.
drink that we don't offer. So
we didn't offer anything.
we only had an Italian soda bar, which that was way cool, and Katie did set that up too. And then I had my mom's sister, or my mom's friend, pretty much her sister. She was running that for us, which was super nice of her.
Yeah.
And it turned out super well. Katie made like this menu for it, and we got a super nice umbrella.
I want to talk more about the little tables I made, because that was a lot of work. Let's not talk about the wedding crasher anymore. I'm just kidding. It's not a fun part of the wedding to me, but it's good. It's all over, and people can laugh about it now.
It's a story to add to it, and that's why they're called wedding crashers, because they're a thing and they happen.
Yep. But
I just wish it wasn't at our wedding. It would be cool if it was at our birthday.
Yeah.
Make the birthday more interesting, but
you know, they say it happens. Something happens at everybody's, and that's that, I guess. But sorry to any of you who had to experience that guy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, got affected by that. That's not.
Yeah, we all have some stories to tell.
The only person that we didn't really invite.
Yeah.
And that I didn't have any.
It's the only person that we didn't know.
And that's the guy that causes the most ruckus. So.
Yep. And he had fun, and
he had a good time, and. Yeah.
And I really want to say sorry to everyone who had to interact with him. I really am sorry.
Yeah.
It's not my fault, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the Italian soda bar, I had a lot of fun with that. Your mom helped me. We bought a big umbrella that just made it so cute. I wanted this certain look that I got from Pinterest to make it look like Italian. Like, I wanted Italian vibe for the whole wedding, and like I feel like we did a pretty good job at making it like feel a little bit more like unique Tuscany, and just like European style, and I just love that. And so we had like a floral arrangement on the bar, and I made this sign out of canvas fabric that I bought on Amazon, and it was like just this fabric, and I basically had to cut it to be the right size, and then I sketched out my design. So I basically did the template on Canva, which is like I typed out the menu for this Italian soda bar.
Where'd you get the menu?
What do you mean? Like, the ideas?
Did you make it up?
I made up some of it, and some of it is from Pinterest. Just like ideas for different drinks.
We need to redo the Smoothtalk.
Oh yeah,
menu
we did good with that one though.
And you should do it, because you did a good job at the Italian soda bar.
And I helped you with this one, with the Smoothtalk one as well.
Just fix the names, because they're kind of wild, and I want to be able to like do tutorials of like the menu, so other people at home can like make our flavors. I think it'd be cool.
Fun to make videos for that.
Yeah.
Italian sodas are really easy though. But yeah, we just like had different ones. There was like the blushing bride, and then the honeymoon sunrise,
That one was yummy.
whatever the other ones were, I can't remember. But basically made the sign, and then at the bottom it said like Kadence and Ryan 8/10/24. It was all cute. I painted it with I was being like cheap, and I didn't want to buy like new paint. I didn't really own any good paint. The only paint I owned was this leather paint. If you've ever heard of like, it's called Angela's leather shoe paint. I don't know what it's called, but
yeah,
it's
like the leather shoe paint. I thought it was
that people paint Nikes with and stuff. Yeah, like I had bought some for mine.
Do you have yours? I don't know if I've showed them.
Oh yeah, I put them in my bag. I'm ready to pack up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to show them. We have pictures that we can post later.
We can post later. Yeah. I made Katie some custom Air Force Ones using that paint.
Yeah. No, yeah. So for my birthday back in April, Ryan customized some Air Force Ones for me, and they're super cute. They say our wedding date. They say K+R, and he painted little blue flowers because that's like the vibe of the wedding. If you notice, like a lot of blue florals going on, and it was really cute, and I loved them, and I saved them to wear them for the wedding night for our send off, and that was really fun. But
I heard a buzz.
Yeah, I heard a noise. Someone's coming in the room. Anyways, yeah, that's the paint I used. Leather paint for this fabric because I was like, it'll work. It won't smudge, won't come off. I hope not. And I just used that, and it worked great. I stayed up till like 1 a.m. painting that thing. Ryan was pretty annoyed. Poor guy trying to sleep. I was sitting on the bed with a table.
Painting it on like a table, and
yeah,
I could just feel the bed shake every once in a while.
Yeah, that was pretty annoying. But
so I think I slept on the floor.
Yeah,
I think you just woke me up and told me to come back.
I was like, I'm all done. Come back to bed, because he can't sleep if I make any noise.
Because like you didn't have work, and if you do have work, you don't have to wake up when I do. So I'm like,
yeah, it was pretty mean of me to keep him up like that.
And I'm trying to sleep.
But it was worth it.
It was yeah.
It was
the
fun.
least of it's not a big deal, but
but that's the story of that sign that I made, and then.
And I wasn't mean. Was I mean when I got up?
No, you weren't mean. I just saying
I
was
said
mean.
A word. No, that was fine. If I gave you a better spot to paint, we're in a damn attic.
Yeah, we got
live in an attic,
one bedroom to do all the wedding stuff in.
And we trying to fit all the things that you've
all my crafts,
got
my flowers,
in your 21 years
my pearls.
Of living, with all the things that I own in my 21 years of living.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, everything we own in one closet.
Yeah, one closet, one room,
and
then all the stuff from the showers, the bridal shower,
our registry to get gifts. Those took over our room for a good chunk of time, and we still have more.
I appreciate everybody that gave us
take
stuff
care of
because
saved our butts. Yeah,
all we have to do now is buy a house. We have somebody gave us a bathtub.
Crazy.
Somebody bought us no, I'm kidding.
I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
I couldn't think of anything else. I was gonna say like chandelier. Like
chandelier.
Somebody bought us a dog.
Yeah, no.
But no, we got dang near everything.
Kitchen
four
supplies.
Of almost everything.
Yeah.
It seems like so.
No, it's perfect. We got enough to last us.
Mm-hmm.
But so our guest book table, that was a fun one too. I saw that on Pinterest, and I had to do it. It's a postcard guest book, so I bought a bunch of postcards on Etsy, and I bought these acrylic stands to put them all in, and then I made a sign with the Cricut that you print on the mirror. It says like, please sign our guest book. I made another sign about like how to do it. I made that in Canva, and I printed it out, and I bought a little postcard box, like a mailbox type thing, and bought that off Amazon, displayed it with the postcards with these cute pens, and that was really fun. Everyone wrote us a really cute message and signed their name and dropped it in the box, and there's a couple that didn't sign their name, and we were really trying to figure out who they're from, so, if you happen to know, tell us, because we want to know who they're all from.
Oh, that one? It was from John.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's no doubt.
Yeah.
I knew that.
He said it was a cool idea.
Oh,
I
yeah.
went to work the next day, and he's like, you see mine? I was like, yeah, dude, I knew which one was yours.
Yeah.
Like, I swear I've seen him write on
every guest book.
Every guest book.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, are you going to say what it is? What he wrote?
Oh, let me think. You know what it was?
Oh, wait, now I'm forgetting.
It was fucking getting it. I think
yeah,
it was
getting it.
Fucking getting it.
Yep. But,
fucking get it, or something like that, yeah. That's something he would do for show.
Yeah, we got some good ones. It was fun.
Shout out to John.
Yep. And
he showed up, which was cool.
Yeah.
Showed up alone. He wasn't there for too long, but he showed up for me and for you, and that was cool. Cool of him.
Yeah.
Crazy to see. I did not like him as a kid when I grew up and he would come around. Because we didn't see him very much, and he was always just like I liked him a lot when I first met him. He was super nice to me. Mm-hmm. Then he would come around later, and he was just like... He was just like an older brother that I didn't have, so he would like messed around with us, and I didn't like it. He's always pinching my nipples and shit, but...
Yeah.
Shout
Now
out
you
to
work with
Redhead
him
John.
and
now
your
he's
besties?
my best friend at work. And, yeah.
He's cool.
Mm-hmm. What else?
That's pretty much it.
Trying
I
to
mean, the
catch people
centerpieces
up,
were
yeah.
fun to do. Your mom and your aunts really helped with that.
Yeah, they got it done, too. Like, I showed up
So
later
quick.
because if you're getting married and you don't lose your white undershirt, are you really even getting married?
Oh, my
like,
gosh.
Everybody I've ever talked to lose their belt or their undershirt.
Oh my gosh, like the day before the wedding, we had to buy Ryan a belt and a shirt.
And I have 1,000 of them. And I'm going to blame this shit on Jake. Jake borrows a white shirt from me every time he comes up. He comes up from St. George,
You're
Utah.
outing people today.
Hey, he owes me some white t-shirts because I gave him white button-ups all the time. And I didn't call him out at the wedding, but I was like, where the hell are all my white t-shirts going? I'm looking back, and it's like my text messages to Jake is him. Can I borrow a belt? Can I borrow a white t-shirt? Can I borrow a belt? Can I borrow a white t-shirt? He's always
White
trying to borrow
button-up
something.
shirt?
White button-up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay though,
White
because
shirt,
you had
whatever.
plenty of time. You
Had
didn't
plenty
have to
time.
decorate. You
Shout
just
out
went to Kohl's.
Grabbed it.
And
It
we
was
were
on
good.
sale, too, so it was pretty
Shout
easy.
out to Allie for buying the belt for you.
Yeah,
You needed
and
a
she
belt to
ironed my
match your
stuff.
shoes. Oh, she did? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I steamed
People
my
were so
stuff.
helpful.
People
Like,
were cool.
we are really grateful to everyone that
Yeah.
helped us out. And
Mhm.
takes a village, and we got it
took
done.
a village and, yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah. And, yeah, all my boys were pretty cool about it, too. They, like, ours is definitely not the only wedding that's happening. There's one fucking tomorrow, the next day, it feels like. So,
Every Saturday.
which is cool. Everybody's getting married this year when it's the, like,
Lucky.
the lucky year, it seems like. Infinity year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, 2024, because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 is 8, and 8's the infinity symbol, so that's pretty crazy. And then,
and it was leap year. Apparently, that's lucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Lucky year to get married on leap year.
What was I even getting at?
Um,
Everybody has, like, a wedding, and everybody was in, like, everybody's line, it seems like. So all the boys that I asked
They
them to
had
be
a
in my
lot
line
to do.
10 months ago, but they were all, like, within that 10 months, they were in 5 other people's lines, it seemed like. So
Yeah.
it's cool that they showed up for me, and they were all ready to help, and
Yeah.
showed up to help, and everybody was helpful.
They were very helpful. Moving
And Terry's
tables and
out there
chairs and
Sweeping the whole
yeah.
fucking time. He just had a broom. We were on a mission to find a broom. We found him a broom, and he got to work, so that
Yeah.
was cool.
Ton of people asking us if we needed food and
Oh,
water, and
Mhm.
we got a lot of water. A lot of people
Yeah.
were caring for us.
Mhm.
And I felt bad making them do all the pictures. Some of those poses were cheesy and
They were-
awkward, but they
yeah.
did good, and I'm excited to see how they turn out.
Mhm.
Like, it was fun. It started raining on us during pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about is the synchronicities. Is that how you say it?
Synchronicities, yeah. And we talked about this on the last pod, I think.
Did we
Did
talk
we?
about it? I don't know.
I think
We
it was
wanted
something
to
that I
do a
wrote down
whole
in the
podcast
notes.
on it.
I have notes for this
I have-
episode, and I don't even know if we
Oh,
really talked
really?
about them. Yeah.
I
You
had
keep
notes
talking, and
about
then I'll find 'em.
synchronicities, but I am going to have to find them now, so...
Oh, we talked about them a little bit. Let me mark these off.
Okay.
Um,
I will find, so synchronicities is like a thing me and Ryan were talking about the other day, because I didn't know there was a word for it, and I found out that there was, and I was like, we need to do a whole podcast episode on this, but now I can't find my notes on it, so maybe not, but can you explain what they are, maybe?
is it just like coincidences, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like coincidences that like you just don't know how to
Coincidences that
explain.
have meaning, and you don't know how to explain.
Okay, so I found it.
'Kay.
Sorry. I am really bad at talking, so bear with me here. Synchronicity is a phenomenon.
Good
That's
job.
a hard word for us.
Phenomenal. I can't ever say that one. That's fine.
Anyways, in which people interpret two separate and seemingly unrelated experiences as being meaningfully intertwined.
Yeah.
So it's like just things that happen that like in your life where it's like, wait, that relates to this, and like that seemed to happen for a reason, or like how is it possible that this happened and this happened and this happened, and like they
Yeah.
all relate to each other. So let me finish this real quick. It says, even though there is no evidence that one led to the other or that the two events are linked in any other casual way. I don't know what that word is. Okay. In psychology, synchronicity is defined as the occurrence of meaningful coincidences that seem to have no cause. That is, the coincidences are acausal. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay.
Causal? I don't know. Yeah.
We're bad at this. Okay.
Casual.
The underlying idea is that there is unity in diversity. Okay. So like an example of it is thinking about someone you haven't seen in years. Maybe you suddenly start to think about an old friend, and then out of the blue they call or send you a message. Might indicate that reconnecting with your old friend is important for your growth and development. So it's like, to me, it's it can be like a religious thing. Like a lot of things,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Some
that's
hippie
a
shit.
sign of God being real or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
just like some
I do
things
that
where
all
you're
the
like,
time.
yeah.
I'm very like superstitious.
Like you think about
kinda.
something and then it happens, or you think about something and then like someone else talks about it and you're like, wait, what? That's a sign that's supposed to, just different things like that. So
I've done that while listening to podcasts. Like all of a sudden I just start thinking about something random, or thinking about like a word in my head, or I'm talking to myself in my head, and then me at the same time as the person on the podcast will say like a word together almost in my head. I've done that a couple times. It's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. This is another story I found.
And what were you saying about that? Oh, it rained on our wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about that. Just get to the point.
Okay, I'm to the point. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
That should be our podcast when we start one.
Get to the point. We're so good at tangents. It's
so
insane.
Good. Or you should call it tangents.
Okay. So I was thinking about this as like I was writing my vows, and it was just like this theme in our life that's been like what's the word for it? Like when it is raining outside but it's also sunny outside at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's called like, there's different names for it, and I was like trying to think of all the names. There's like sunny rain, there's rain shine, sun shower.
Sun shower. I like sun shower.
I like that one. There's sun drops, there's liquid sunshine, golden showers. There's different ways that are fun to describe that kind of weather, but all my life it's been like my favorite weather. I just love it, like when it's warm but it's raining, it smells really good. The smell.
It feels tropical.
There's a word
too.
for that smell. I can't think of it now, but
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like follow us on Instagram, you might have noticed the videos we did where it like asks like what's the weather, if there's a weather to just describe your boyfriend or girlfriend, and we both said like rain shower type of thing. And I don't know, it was like when Ryan first asked me to be his girlfriend, we were like parked up on a hill and it started to rain while the sun was out, and then there was a rainbow as well. And I just was like, it just felt so perfect in that moment for some reason, like that was the weather of that day. And it just kept showing up a lot of days in our lives. So like as we're getting our photos taken, it started raining, but it was still sunny and warm, like
humid. Yeah.
And like I don't know. And then like when we got back from our honeymoon, the first honeymoon we had at the Grand America, and it started raining, but there was some other
our first
connection.
honeymoon after the wedding. My parents got us 2 nights at the Grand America in Salt Lake, so we drove straight from the venue to
Grand
the Grand America. And there's also a synchronicity in the venue, because just like a quarter of a mile, not even that, it's like 2 houses down is something called the Whisper Dome, which we went there for our first date.
Yeah.
So like, what are the odds that we found a venue 2 slots down from our first date, and that's where we had our wedding? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. A lot of dates we went on those first few weeks too, it was like sunny and rainy.
It was sunny and rainy, yeah.
That happened quite a bit. But I'm trying to think, there was more to this story, but I'm trying to think now. So part of it was like how that weather reminds me of like tears of joy type of thing.
Tears of joy, or like
when you laugh so hard that you cry.
Yeah.
And like, it's just funny because Ryan makes me do that all the time. Like, I've never cried so much during a laugh, while laughing. Than when I've been with him. Like, he makes me laugh so hard all the time that I'm always crying. Like, but it's like happy tears. Yeah. And that's what the weather reminds me of. And that's what he reminds me of, because like in my vows I was saying that you're like the sunshine after rain, or like you remind me of that. Yeah. That warmth that like makes, it makes, I don't know, the rain, without the rain, life wouldn't be so. Yeah.
It's also like finding the good in the bad, or it's like I don't know, not in the bad, but like finding the sun, the brightness through the darkness type stuff.
Like, I don't know, like that it all happened for a reason, basically. The rain came, and then that's what made the sun so bright. I don't know, like it made it seem so much more enjoyable, or like it makes you appreciate it more. But then I don't know, there was something else to it that I wanted to say, but now I can't remember, so maybe not. Yeah.
And like the rainbows and shit too. Like God had, like Noah's Ark type stuff, to where it's like,
I don't know what you're saying.
Do you not know the story of Noah's Ark?
No, I do. I just mean like what?
The rainbow or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Promise the rainbow.
Yeah, just kind of something like that. Because, like, the rainbows during the sun showers are always cool. There's always double rainbows. And
I mean, you're always going out there and looking.
Yeah.
But.
What else did I have written down? So we talked about honeymoon. We talked about wedding. I want to talk about... We talked about pirate names. Because we just really watched Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're in Florida. And it's all kind of feeling like... We watched, like, the rest of the Pirates while we were here and at the airport and stuff. So I was thinking, like, what would your name be as a pirate? So we should go to, like, a pirate name, website. Let's figure out what our pirate names would be. Because we were talking about it. It's like, what would our names be? This episode is sponsored by Waking Sip Coffee, your new go-to for that perfect morning brew. With Waking Sip Coffee, every With Waking Sip Coffee, every cup is a step towards a more enjoyable, energized, and productive you. Wake up, sip, and start your day with Waking Sip Coffee. Go to wakingsipcoffee.com and use code SMOOTH at checkout for 10% off. Now back to the pod.
What?
Did you do one? Okay.
No, I'm trying to find my note that I had about this.
The sun shower stuff still?
No, about the synchronicities. We were going to talk about other ones that we...
Other synchronicities?
That are in our life.
There was kind of one with, like, like I was saying, with the year that it is, the 2024.
Yeah.
Also that I wrote my vows on 8/8/2024, which is all 8s pretty much, if you add it all up.
Yeah, 8.
So it's pretty crazy that was happening. And then it was kind of sun shower on that day, too.
Yeah.
Kind of like humid, and it had just rained, and I was outside writing them, and it was like rainy and cloudy, but I was like sweating still out there, and then the sun was out, and I think I got like sunburnt and everything on that day, even though I wasn't supposed to be getting sunburnt before the wedding, so I don't look weird in the pictures. But you need to keep talking so it doesn't get weird on here for this.
Well, I'm really trying to think of better stuff. Oh, we don't have to talk about that.
That does suck, though. Talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, so Cody Co, we watched him for a long time. If you don't know, he's a YouTuber.
And I watched him before I met her. She watched him before she met me.
Yeah.
And there was a Cody Co thing that was my screensaver on our first date. Or was it first date?
Yeah, it was our first date. We went bowling, and Ryan asked me to take a video of him bowling or something, and I take his phone.
And I turkeyed, so that was badass. I got 3 strikes in a row.
You're tangenting again.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I turkeyed.
Yeah, he turkeyed. It was cool. So he had me film it because he was doing so good at bowling. And on a screensaver, I saw Cody Co, and that was like, no way, you watch him too? Like, we like connected over that a little bit because it was like TMG. It was the podcast. And we used to love that podcast. And eventually over time, it just got boring. Like, it didn't really I don't know. We got bored of watching him in the podcasts later on, but it was still depressing. Oh, what?
I found your pirate name real quick.
Oh.
Your pirate name is Groggy Goldbeard.
Okay.
That's pretty badass.
Goldbeard?
Goldbeard. Mine
What's yours?
This is stupid. What the hell? Mine's Doodle Nightshade.
Okay.
It's kind of stupid.
You had a better one. What was yours that you came up for yourself?
I don't remember.
It was one of those words you always say.
First letter. Oh, this one's cool.
Oops.
Mine is One-Eyed Plank Squidstern. Yours is, let's see.
I can't think of the one. You had a good one you came up with last night.
Yours is Dreadspike Barnacle.
Nice,
Captain
nice.
Dreadspike Barnacle.
Dreadspike.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep. But what were you saying?
Oh, we were talking about Cody Co.
Cody Co.
Basically Cody Co got canceled, and it was pretty upsetting to hear.
For being...
He was like an inspiration to us for a minute with the running stuff, because he started a running channel.
He started running right when I started running, so then I started my own running
started
thing.
running
People
and
started running.
Signing up for 10Ks and stuff.
5Ks and marathon next year.
Yeah, so yeah, we found out he got canceled, and it was just pretty annoying to
find out.
Yeah.
It does suck. Somebody you looked up to and stuff, but...
And it was more so, yeah, it was just extra upsetting that he wouldn't respond to it and wouldn't come out and admit it or deny it or anything.
In a way, that was him
he was
admitting
just hiding.
it happened, you know? He didn't...
Yeah, he was admitting it by saying nothing, and he still, as far as I know, hasn't really said anything. And it's just embarrassing for him, like, to hide like that. I don't know. Just made it worse.
It did suck, and then just having, like, all this TMG merch and shit. Like,
we're like, oh, that's garbage now. Yeah. And, like, poor Noel, because now the podcast is not, no one's going to really listen, I feel like. Maybe. But it was already going downhill, I feel like.
I stopped listening a while ago.
Yeah, like, their chemistry died down.
I did stop listening to it. They weren't friends anymore. It just seemed like we were witnessing.
You could tell that they weren't as good of friends anymore, and, like, they would still make videos together, but it just was never quite as funny, and, like, also they were getting older, and I don't know, a little bit more out of...
I feel like we were too. I don't know, it just seemed like... Just didn't... I don't know.
Wasn't as much fun anymore anyways, but...
I didn't watch any of their videos anymore, and then I didn't listen to the pod as much anymore.
And Cody started the Insanely Chill pod, and it was like...
Insanely Chill. Even the Cody Runs, I stopped watching those, because he stopped doing them for a while. Then he brought it back, and it just didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was only doing the videos just to do them. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to run a this, and he just runs up a hill or something. Just like, what the heck are you doing, dude? But it was cool. He did like a couple 30-mile runs or whatever. But yeah, it is sad. And he just really had a kid and stuff. And then this comes out, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
Kind of sad. But what else? February is a long time ago. I'm trying to think of what happened. Catch everybody up, but it's pretty much just the wedding. Cause
we didn't talk about our wedding dinner.
Oh, yeah. We did a wedding dinner, and Katie did a speech. My mom did a speech. Katie's mom did a speech. Katie's dad did a speech. Katie's sister did one. My family didn't do any.
Houston did one.
Houston did one.
And a couple of my brothers
Ashton
and my
one.
grandma.
And your grandma did one. I cried. Just kidding. No,
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
He cried.
I cried.
And
bug flew my eye. Katie made a whole, like, scrapbook book thing that kind of just talked about pretty much what we talked about here. Just, like, with the synchronicities and just our life and how we met and the importance of us meeting or whatever and stuff like that.
We had some good food, and then we got to just hang out with everyone we love, and
it was sweet. It
was really fun. And our first look. So I tried to surprise Ryan. I
worked. She seems like you feel like it doesn't work. It worked.
Like it didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah.
I was trying to get him to cry during our first look because he said he wasn't going to. And I didn't think...
I can't do it in front of people.
No, I know. And I didn't think I could get him to cry, but it was still worth a try. I even told the photographer, like, I'm trying to get him to cry, but I don't think it's going to work.
If anything, having the camera around fucked up the whole thing.
I know.
I would have been way more...
I know it did. And I wish it didn't have to be, like, it was more awkward than I thought.
You told me she'd be far away.
Even I didn't cry. I thought I'd cry during the first look, but I didn't, because it was... Let's just start from the beginning. Okay. So... I wanted to surprise Ryan with the first look. So he knew we were doing one, and it was supposed to be like this private first look thing, and then we do our vows privately, exchange rings privately.
I didn't know the first look was going to be a secret, though. Like, I thought they were going to be like, all right, we're doing the first look now. But yeah,
that's
this is cool
saying.
That you surprised the first look.
So I hid that part of the schedule from him. I only told my photographer and my maid of honor that we were doing that. And so my photographer set it all up. We, like... went down the street from the venue to this beautiful house that we were doing pictures in front of, and she said she was getting some pictures of Ryan, just some groom shots. And it was just him and the photographers, and then my maid of honor came back to the venue, picked me up, and we had to use this car that, like, Ryan wouldn't recognize just in case he saw us drive in. And so we used, like, my cousin's car. We drive in, and then I get out of the car and just snuck up around the house and, like, peeked over at him to make sure he was facing the right way so that he was facing away from me, and the photographer had a second shooter that just was, like, waving me over to, like, come up as he was getting his pictures done. And it was just so funny because she was, like, having him face the same way for so long, like, taking the picture over and over again and being like, I'm almost done.
Like, I'm getting the lighting right.
Yeah, she was, like, trying to lie.
I believed her. I was like,
yeah. So he's, like, just standing the same way. And then I'm walking up, and it was just so funny because, like, there were so many dead leaves and crap on the grass because we're by this huge, gorgeous willow tree, but there was leaves everywhere. And so every step I took in my heels, it was just like crunch, crunch,
And I thought it was
crunch.
the other photographer behind me taking badass pictures on my back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
So he was, like, getting a little creeped out because this footsteps kept getting closer and closer to him. Like, and he thought that it was the other chick. And, anyways, so I finally get up to him, and did I, like, tap your shoulder or something? I thought she was going to just tell you to turn around, and I would stand there or whatever, but...
I barely, like...
Yeah, my veil was, like, falling out of my hair. It was all windy.
I barely realized, like, why is this chick getting so close? And I was like...
Yeah.
Like, the second I caught on, she tapped my shoulder, and I was like... Oh.
Yeah. So he was, like, starting to catch on, and then it was still a surprise, yeah, but it wasn't, like, shocking, like...
Yeah.
And it was just awkward because we had, like... 3 photographers and my maid of honor and one of my bridesmaids. They were all there, like, taking pictures and videos. There was,
like, 4 cameras on me. There was, like, 2 picture
camcorder, iPhone,
a camcorder, then an iPhone on me, and I was like, oh.
Like, a lot going on. And, like, I told my maid of honor to make sure you had the rings and your vows on you while you did those pictures. But of course, you took them out. You're like, we're not doing that yet. So, like, you didn't have them on you.
I gave them to her. They took pictures. She brought them back to me. I put them away.
Yeah. She didn't tell you to keep them on you because like we were trying to keep it a surprise, so it was complicated.
But then she went back into the room.
Went back and got them.
And she got them from my groomsmen, which they didn't see me put it away. So I'm surprised she found them. Yeah,
she did good.
Yeah.
And it was like, it worked out. We did our vows, but it was just like a little awkward with people so close just listening to us. Like, we purposely didn't want to do our vows in front of a ton of people.
I, like, whispered them to you.
Yeah, we were talking all quiet, like, no one hear these. They're personal, you know, but... It was good. They said they didn't hear anything, and we did have. Who was?
Our photographer.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
She was just sweating. Was she crying?
She's full of tears.
I did not know that. Wow.
She's sniffing everything. Yeah. She probably only heard yours.
She's about to get married. She's in her feels, I guess. Yeah. But we had 2 bicyclists drive by on the road because we're like right on like a road in Draper, and they were like zooming by on their bicycles, and they were like, "Oh, congratulations!"
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny.
Would you call them bicyclers?
Bicyclists? Bicyclists? I don't know. Did
Bikers?
I say... I don't know what I'm saying. Bikers?
Bicyclers?
Bikers sounds like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, then we did rings, and it was cute and kind of awkward.
It turned out way good, and then
we went straight into doing lots of other pictures.
1,000 pictures.
We went over an apple tree, and the apples were falling off. I feel like we're lucky we didn't get hit by one. Yeah. And the groomsmen and Ryan forgot to put on their boutonnieres. No one told them to, and they were in the room with them, but they didn't know it, and they got lost. And
on your iPad trying to get the picture thing to work, and then they showed up. Is that what you're going to tell me? This chick showed up into our room, and it turns out it was the florist. I never met her. She walked in, and she's like, "I'm just going to set these right here." I said, all right.
Yeah, and she had told me that, but I forgot to tell you guys to put them on.
It was just a brown just a brown paper bag
full
with,
of
I guess,
boutonnieres.
flowers in it, but it wasn't mine, so I didn't inspect it. I didn't look
at it. He's not going to snoop in there.
Yeah, I wasn't snooping.
So he didn't know it was a florist.
I was like, all right, put that right there.
All right, you do that.
Her dog shit in the yard. I thought she picked it up. I don't know what the fuck. It looked like just a brown paper bag, so I just...
Yeah, I can't believe she just put him in a bag, but... I mean, she needed to keep him cool.
And then she starts walking out. I think she came back in later. There was a different chick.
Yeah, there's more than one florist.
Then another chick came in, and she's like, "I'm your florist. Nice to meet you." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you too." I just know that I paid this chick fucking $5,000. It feels like. And then, but she did a good job. She did tons of flowers that we haven't seen since the wedding. But
I'm really sad.
Hopefully, people got them, and hopefully they
enjoyed them.
Went to homes that
But yeah, so we had to go back to the venue, get you guys your boutonnieres, put them all on for pictures, and they looked great.
My mom putting it on me, which I feel like that was kind of weird too. I wish it was more private doing that.
Yeah, because like they did pictures of my mom putting my veil on and my shoes and stuff. Yeah. But it's just chaotic. Like, we didn't really have as much time. You think you just get to like... Yeah. You know, enjoy the moment, but it's like, they're waiting for you. You better hurry. The bridesmaids are outside. They're waiting. Like, they need to get in the room, and I can't get my shoes on, and like, my underwear are showing in my dress. I can't wear these. Like, I don't know. Can't get the zipper up. Can't get the buttons up. My hair's getting messed up. All these things were just going wrong. And, like, my mom's bracelet, like, got caught on her dress because she had, like, a tulle dress. And it, like, would not come off. And we had to do pictures. And she was supposed to put my shoes on for me, but she couldn't figure out how. And, like, it was just all this chaos.
And then we're supposed to... You and me are supposed to change, or you were supposed to change, and then we're supposed to do, like, a family picture with your family.
Yeah.
Which we didn't do, and I think your mom wanted to do that way bad. And we didn't do that. And
our family pictures were chaos.
That was wild. There's so many people that we're trying to get in this one picture, and I don't feel like the instructions were too crazy, but no one seemed to know.
No one paid attention to the schedule once we were there.
We're like, all right, let's get all the brothers, and it's like one brother's gone.
We they're like 2 miles away. It's like
he'll be there in 20 minutes, but he said that 40 minutes ago. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what happened really, but...
No, it was just like everyone was a little bit tense because we were on a tight schedule before the reception started. We had to get all these pictures done, and we didn't even get them all done.
And the photographer's like, okay, there's not all the brothers here. Let's do all sisters. And they're like, okay. All the sisters come over, and turns out, oh, we're missing
one's missing.
Now. Yeah, oh.
And
okay, let's do parents. Can't find the parents.
It's fine. Jeez. It worked out, but the venue was so... echoey. I didn't realize it would be, but like you yell and it's like it goes into an abyss. Like everyone's talking and it sounds like everyone's yelling.
You're
and
interrupting yourself with your own echo of your voice.
Literally, like it was wild. So you could not get anyone to listen to you at all. Like,
which that is a good thing and a bad thing because if it was like a super quiet venue, I wouldn't like that either.
That'd be awkward. Yeah.
Or just like it'd feel like a funeral home. I was afraid of that, of it feeling like the funeral home, and like I don't like it when you're going to a funeral and right when you walk in, there's a TV with a picture of like the person. Who passed and the date and everything, and I didn't want that in our wedding. When you walk in, there's a picture of us with like a date, like absolutely. Yeah, not. Like
on the TV. So we didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
And we didn't really have a line either. We didn't have like a line of people waiting to say hi to us. Like, it was kind of just people were coming in from different directions
and please from different doors, fucking climb with your windows, whatever. Seemed like.
Yeah, it did seem like that.
But it turned out way good, and here we are, last day in Florida. It's been 10 days since the wedding.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's a wedding this weekend. There's 2 weddings this weekend, one next weekend.
Every weekend?
One every weekend, it seems like, or something going on. But
we've already gotten through most of them this year, though.
Yeah. It is wild to think that in 2 months it will be, or in 1 month it will be a year since I asked her dad to marry her, which that's crazy. Mm-hmm. And then, then a month later.
It feels like we were just in Hawaii.
We were just in Hawaii, it feels like.
And that's going to be a year soon. Mm-hmm. A year since we've been there.
Yeah. And I asked you like October 6th, which was like a month after I asked your dad.
October 7th, actually.
7th. Okay. Time change.
Yeah.
Cruised out. That was a mish. They've already heard that story, but.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been doing it for hour 14. I think that's good.
That is good.
What else can I talk about?
This is chaotic.
This is pretty chaotic. Hopefully we'll get back in the swing of things and I'll learn how to do another podcast.
And do stand-up?
No.
Yeah, guys, he's doing it
2025,
someday.
Maybe we'll see me at Five Guys. Or not Five Guys. Wise Guys in Salt Lake. You'll see me at Five Guys.
We did get Five Guys like the first night here.
We did. I think it messed up my stomach.
I was going to say we love Five Guys.
I'd do it again, but...
Stupid expensive, but stupid good.
Yeah. And we DoorDash it too, which was not that smart. But we don't have a car here, and...
We've been walking and burning calories.
We walked 2 miles before this pod, so...
So look at us go.
Yeah, what did you do? Oh, speaking of 2 miles, in the description of this, in the YouTube and in the Spotify, I started a run club. So hopefully we'll get some people out there to do the run club every Saturday morning, unless we say otherwise. It's called Stampede Run Club. You can follow us on Instagram. And we'll have Waking Sip coffee every morning there. You can get a coffee. You can get supplements. You can get Farrah Physique clothing, supplements from Molten. And it'll just be like a run club, getting everybody out there, running with everybody. Only one rule, no headphones. You have to show up with no headphones, talk to everybody. Yeah, no headphones.
I like it. We didn't talk about your Spartan or my women's epic. Oh, yeah.
I did do a Spartan, and when was that?
Oh, I don't know.
July.
It was end of July.
Or something, middle of July.
It was,
my blisters still aren't fully healed.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show pictures of that. It's.
You don't want to see pictures.
I'll give you like 5 seconds to double tap and skip forward if you don't want to see the pictures on YouTube because they're kind of wild. But
just kidding.
3, 2, 1, boom! Pictures are right here. That's my feet. That's my hands. That's my feet and hands. And then there's Phil. I did it with Phil. He's a unit. He ended up doing the trifecta weekend, which is 3 different races. All of them have obstacles. There's the Beast, the Ultra, and the Sprint. The Beast is 13-ish miles. I think my Strava at the end of it said 15-something. 15 miles, all uphill. It felt like it was all uphill. Somehow
in the
mountains. 15 miles uphill and fucking half a mile down. It felt like. And, what was it? 30 obstacles or so? Was it? I think so. I think it was like 30 obstacles. So 2 obstacles pretty much every mile. And obstacles vary from, it felt like the curse of 1,000 monkey bars, it felt like. I just crossed hella monkey bars. That's what tore up my hands a bit. Just a lot of climbing, you have to carry we carried a 60-pound sandbag on our shoulder up and down this hill, probably quarter of a mile or so. That was tough.
You had to go in the under barbed wire?
A ton of barbed wire. You're crawling underneath in the super hot dirt, and it's just dry, and you're thirsty, and it's muddy. And the first obstacle was crawl under barbed wire while they spray you with a cold hose. So we're sopping wet. Phil's camelback bag, the bladder on it popped open. So he was just leaking water right in the very beginning. Didn't have any water in the beginning pretty much. Soaked his phone, ruined his phone. His phone was broken after that. So, yeah, we did that with no music, hardly any water. We got split up a bit there. I didn't think I'd catch back up with him, but he ended up catching back up with me, and he ended up killing it and then doing the next day, which ended up being, it was a 5K and a 10K, which that's about 10 miles or 9 something. So, yeah, he went crazy. But yeah, that was cool. It's not like a run that I would normally do. I don't really like the obstacles, really. I'm not like a CrossFit or High Rocks type person. I just like the running, and I think I just like the running. It's easier to get your mind off of things and just run. I feel like having to stand in line for an obstacle kind of threw me out of the groove of running. And
Could you explain why you did it?
Why I did it?
Yeah.
I did it because Job was going to do it, and he ended up the weekend of the Spartan landed on a weekend that he was already having something booked or whatever. He was already doing something, so he didn't end up going. So I took his tickets pretty much and just took his spot when I didn't really train for it at all. I had been running, but there's more to a Spartan than running. Like running's just the half of it.
Yeah, we bought you like a camelback that week. And
that week.
What else did you buy? The socks?
Bought compression socks and then like KT tape because I blister way bad.
Yeah, we had to buy sunscreen. Make sure you're ready. We should have got gloves.
I should have got gloves. Yeah. If you ever do a Spartan, just bring gloves in your bag. You don't have to use gloves for every single obstacle, but to have your hands not turn out like mine, they were pretty beat up.
And if you don't do the obstacle, then...
Oh, you have to do a penalty lap on anything that you skip or don't complete. So you could be halfway across the monkey bar and slip and fall, which I did that a couple times. There's a couple times where I'd be crossing it and all of a sudden my hand starts buzzing because I just ripped open my blister on that last swing before I grabbed this bar, and it's a hot bar and you have your just raw meat of a hand on the hot bar, and so I had to drop from that a couple times. And then you have to do a penalty lap, and that's through mud or whatever terrain you have at that point. So that's what added up to 15 miles. Was me
how far was the lap?
Laps. The lap it's like...
You don't know? I can't remember if you said it was a...
It varied, I thought. It was not half a mile. Okay. It was less. It was like
way less?
A quarter or like a eighth of a mile. It was not that long, but it would go down a hill or up a hill or up a rock or through a river.
Dang.
Whatever. And I cramped so freaking bad in my quads, my calves, my hamstrings, my... where else did I cramp? My triceps cramped a bit.
Anything?
My abs didn't. I don't know why my triceps did, because I don't know if that was just like holding myself up or what, but it was just like my whole body just decided to not be down for it. So it was the worst cramps I've ever felt, and it was like a consistent cramp, like in my left thigh. The cramp didn't release, so I probably did close to 5+ miles with like a fully tight leg. Like the muscle didn't release; it was fully rock solid. It was crazy.
How How long were you out there? What time did you start and end?
It was like 5 hours. So that's not a good time, but it was...
No, that's crazy because you said it was 15 miles.
15 miles.
So that's like...
Normally 15 miles would
if
take
you're...
me I don't know, probably under 2 hours or 2 hours.
It's hiking, though. You're on a mountain.
It's hiking, so that's...
So if you're from Utah, you know, like, Mount Timpanogos, that's roughly 15, maybe 13 miles, but you can take a route that takes 15 miles. And I don't know, that takes people, like, all day. It can, for someone who doesn't, you know, train for that.
Camp out, wake up, and go again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was impressed. I thought it was pretty good time for not prepping for it.
I could have done way better if I didn't cramp.
And for, like, the lines you have to wait in.
Blister. Yeah.
There's a lot of factors to it.
And there's the heat and then the
that's
altitude
why I was wondering
here
what
in Utah.
time you got down. Like, was it like 2 in the afternoon?
At the time I knew, it was start at 8 and get down at like 2. I think it was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So it was like 5-6 hours. It was like 8:30 to 2.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's really hot. That's like as hot as it gets, I feel like.
That's peak heat, and then it was just super dry. It's July, so it's 102 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was definitely got sunburnt and destroyed, but it was a good time, and now doing it, like I want to do better next time. I want to see what I can do when I'm not cramping, which I seem like I did fine. Like I took my electrolytes, I took my this. Phil was giving me salts and electrolyte gummies and drinking water and G1M Sport and Go Gels and all that stuff, and it just, I don't know what the deal was there, but
yeah.
The next thing I do want to do a marathon next year. Check that off the list. And what else? I'm trying to think. I thought I had another goal for running. Oh, I want to do the Hawaii Marathon. That's what I wanted to do.
That'd be really cool.
Honolulu Marathon, because it happened right after we left.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people that I follow and look up to as runners do that one. It seemed like it was a good one to do.
That'd be so cool.
It'd be pretty fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. How long did we go? Hour 24. Not bad for the first one back. We're going to go swim. Today is National Lemonade Day. Rock my lemonade t-shirt. Got lemonade shorts. And we're going to probably go grab a lemonade. And then swim a bit. And then get ready to go back to Utah tomorrow. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.